Very good morning, children. I'm Deepa, your physical science teacher from Dr. Besant School. How are you all, children? Hope you are staying at home and safe. Take care of your health. Okay, children? Right. Now, I hope you are ready with your books. First of all be ready with your books. Okay? While listening, you should be ready with your textbook and notebook to note down all the main points. Okay, children? And your pen, everything, you should be ready. Right. Now, what we learned in our previous topics. Up to the previous topic, we learned about methods of transfer of heat, isn't it? Two methods we have learned. What are the two methods we learned? We learned about conduction and convection, isn't it? These are the two methods of heat transfer we learned in our previous sessions. One is conduction, another one is convection. Conduction means transfer of heat, isn't it? Mainly which takes place in solid objects, isn't it? So solids, mainly metals, which are good conductors of heat. So activity also we have done, if you remember. What is that? By taking a chalk and we fixed the pins using the wax, and the edge of the chalk we heated, isn't it? Using the candle we heated, then the heat transferred from that edge of the chalk to the pins. Wax got melted and pins have fallen down one after the other. That is transfer of heat from one place to another place. That is what conduction we learn, which mainly you will observe in metals, solids. Okay. And another method of heat transfer is convection. What is this convection? You remembered? Land breeze, sea breeze, which we learned, isn't it? So in this convection, what happens? The hot air. Can you recall hot air and cool air? Isn't it? The hot air density will decrease and it will goes up, whereas the cool air will occupy this place. So in this convection, we learnt about land breeze and sea breeze. These are the two methods of transfer of heat which we learnt up to now. Now we are going to learn another method of transfer of heat, that is radiation. The third method of transfer of heat we are going to learn now, which is radiation. Okay, radiation of heat. What is that radiation? Let us all see in your books. Open your textbooks, children, page number 53. See in your book. When we sit in front of fire, how you will feel? Remember, in a winter season, when it is very cool, generally people will keep a fire outside, isn't it? By gathering all the waste, they'll put a fire and sit around the fire. Why they will sit around the fire? What is the reason for sitting around the fire? The main reason is to feel warm, isn't it? As it is very cool, they want to feel warm, so they'll sit around the fire. So when they're sitting near the fire, how they are feeling warm? Why they are feeling warm? How the heat is transferring from that fire to this person? Can you tell? See, if there is, this is the fire, okay, surrounding the fire, suppose a person is there near the fire. So in between this fire and this person, what is there? In between these two, what is there? Can you tell? Yes, what is there? Air. Surrounding this fire, what is there? Air is there. But air is a bad conductor. Air is a bad conductor of heat. Air is a bad conductor of heat. What is meant by bad conductor? Which does not allow to pass. Clear, children? So this air which is there in between this person and the fire, which is a bad conductor of heat. So it is not allowing the heat to pass through it, like conduction. In conduction, as we discussed the activity, when we use it, the chalk, one end of the chalk is heated. The heat is transferring from this end to another end because it is a good conductor. But here in between air is there, which is a bad conductor, which that air is not allowing the heat to pass. Then how this person is feeling warm? Or what is the reason? In what process? So here conduction process cannot take place. As the air which is in between is a bad conductor, so conduction process cannot take place here. In the same way, second process what we learned is convection. So can convection take place here? No, convection also cannot take place here because convection means what will happen? Hot air decreasing the density will rises up. Okay, here not rising up and all is not taking place. So the two process what we learnt up to now, conduction and convection, these two are not responsible for this person to become warm. Then what is the third process which is responsible for the transfer of heat from this fire to this person? What is the third process? The third process is radiation, which is responsible for this transfer of heat. Even this is the process which is responsible even for the earth becoming heat by the sun's rays. Understood? The sun's rays are reaching the earth and it is becoming hot because of this process. What is that process? Radiation. Am I clear, children? See in your books. When we sit in front of fire, we feel warmth of the fire. As we know that air is bad conductor of heat, so it is not the conduction process by which we feel the warmth. So here the person is feeling warm not by the conduction process. It is also not by the convection process, since convection currents rises upwards. So as we discussed, because of convection, the hot air will rises up. So here not rising up. So that process also will not take place. So this process of transfer of heat energy from hot body to cold body without heating the space in between them is called radiation. See children, this is the definition of radiation. Very important definition. What is that? The process of transfer of heat energy, the process of transfer of heat energy from a hot body. What is the hot body here? Hot body is fire. Isn't it? Fire is the hot body. From hot body to a cold body. To a cold body. What is the cold body here? This person is cold body. So transfer of heat energy from hot body to a cold body without heating the space in between. Without heating the space in between is called, in between them is called, what is it called? Radiation. Is called radiation. Have you understood, children? This is the definition. The process of transfer of heat energy from a hot body to a cold body without heating the space in between. What is the space in between this both? What is there? Air. Why it is not getting heated? Why air is not getting heated? Because air is a bad conductor. As it is a bad conductor, it is not getting heated. Okay, children. So the process of transfer of heat energy from hot body to a cold body without heating the space in between them is called radiation. This is the definition of radiation. I hope you all understood the definition. The process of heat energy transfer of heat energy from hot body to a cold body without heating the space in between them is called radiation. Please note down the definition, children. Very important. Okay, children. I hope you all noted this. Okay. So, for example, the heat reaches us from we all which is there on the earth, all the bodies which are present on the earth are receiving the heat from what? Yes, are receiving the heat from sun, isn't it? So that is the best example. Best example is example. What is the example? Heat receiving from sun. Heat reaches us from sun. Best example is heat reaches us from sun. Okay, children? Right. In this method, heat travels in the form of how the heat is traveling in this method. In this radiation method, the heat is traveling in the form of electromagnetic energy. In this radiation method, heat transfers in the form of electromagnetic energy. The heat is transferring in this method in the form of electromagnetic energy, which are electromagnetic waves. That means the light rays from the sun are reaching the earth in the form of waves. They seems to be straight line, but the light rays are always in the form of waves. As the waves are very small, the wavelength is very small. They seems to be straight line, but actually they are in the form of waves. Okay, that waves are called electromagnetic waves. Am I clear, children? So in this method, the heat transfer will take place in the form of electromagnetic waves. This mode does not require any medium for transfer of heat. So this mode means which mode? This radiation process does not require any medium to transfer of heat. For the heat to transfer from one body to another body, it does not require any medium in between. Following, children? For in this method of radiation, the heat does not require any medium to transfer from one place to another place. The energy transferred in this process is called, so the energy which is getting transferred in this process is called radiant energy. What is that energy called? I am rubbing this, children. I hope you all noted the definition and example. Right. So how the heat is transferring in this process? It is transferring in that form of electromagnetic waves. And this process can take place. Okay, the energy transferred in this process is called energy transferred in this process is called, what is it called, children? Radiant energy. It is called radiant. It is called radiant energy. Energy transferred in this process is called radiant energy. Because this process is radiation, so the energy which is transferred in this process is called radiant energy. And this process can take place in air as well as in water. This process can take place, this radiant energy process can take place in air as well as in water. Clear, children? That's why the water also will get heated, isn't it? Okay, since electromagnetic waves travel with the speed of light, radiation is the fastest mode of heat transfer. So here the heat transfer takes place in what form I told? Heat transfer will take place in the form of electromagnetic waves, which electromagnetic waves will travel with high speed. The speed of electromagnetic waves is very high, 3 into 10 power 8 meters per second. They travel with a speed of 3 into 10 power 8 meters per second. This is the speed. Means in 1 second, this electromagnetic waves can travel a speed of 3 into 10 power 8 meters. So very high speed this electromagnetic waves are having. And in this process, the heat transfer is taking place in the form of electromagnetic waves, isn't it? That is the reason this is the fastest mode of transfer of heat compared to remaining two modes. What are remaining two methods we learned? Conduction and convection. So among the three methods, the fastest mode of heat transfer is radiation. Radiation is the fastest mode of heat transfer. It is the fastest mode of heat transfer. Am I clear, children? You are understanding? Right. Why it is the fastest mode of heat transfer? Because it is here heat is transferring in the form of electromagnetic. Heat is transferring in the form of electromagnetic waves, which the speed of electromagnetic waves is very, very, very high, which is 3 into 10 power 8 meters per second, isn't it? As it is so high speed, the heat is transferring. This radiation is the fastest mode of heat transfer comparing to conduction and convection process. Clear? Now, when radiant energy falls on an object, it is partially absorbed and partially reflected. What is the meaning of this, children? Can you tell? When this radiant energy falls on an object, what the object will do? The object will partially absorb the heat. What is meant by partially absorb? Some of the energy will be absorbed by the object and partially reflected. Reflecting means what? Releasing the energy out. Okay, some of the energy will be absorbed. Suppose let us consider any object are there here on the earth, and from the sun rays the heat is reaching on the object. So what the object will do? This object will absorb some of the radiant energy, not complete energy, partially. Means certain amount of energy will be absorbed by the body and certain energy is reflected by the body. Certain energy is absorbed and certain energy is reflected by the body. Understood? The amount of heat absorbed or radiated depends on the nature and the color of that object. So how much energy is absorbed and how much energy is released? That depends on two factors of that body. What are the two factors which it depends? One is nature. Depends on the nature of the object, and another one is color of the object. It depends on nature of the object, and color also plays a main role in absorbing the heat and releasing the heat outside. So two factors it depends. What are the two factors? One is nature of the object and color of the object. Next, dark colors are good absorbers and good radiators of heat, while light colors are poor absorbers of heat. I think you have listened about this, right? Which colors will absorb more heat energy and release more heat outside, and which colors will absorb less heat and release less heat. Can you tell? Yes, dark colors will absorb more heat energy. Here, dark colors. Dark absorb more heat. Dark colors absorb more heat. Whereas light colors absorb less heat. Children, not only absorbing and releasing both will be more for dark colors, whereas less for light colors. Understood, children? So, absorbing the heat and releasing the heat depends on two factors. What are the two factors? One is nature and the other one is color. Nature of the object. The object is made with what? Okay, basing on that, like suppose metals and all, more quickly they will absorb, whereas wood, plastic, all this, they will absorb very less amount of heat. So it depends on the nature of the object and also depends on the color of the object. Dark colors will absorb more heat, whereas and releases, they will absorb more heat and also releases more heat outside, whereas light colors absorbs less heat and releases less heat outside. Am I clear, children? I hope you are following me. Yes, to understand this, an activity is given in our book. Let us see that activity. So dark colors are good absorbers and good radiators of heat, while light colors are poor absorbers of heat. Dark colors are good absorbers of heat and good radiators of heat. Radiators means releasing the energy. Whereas light colors are poor absorbers of heat. So to understand that, activity 5 is given in your textbook 1C. But before going to that, see the box given in your textbook. Get it right. In the same page, right side, a box is given. See here. Transfer of heat from one body to another body needs a medium, but radiation process does not require any medium. Yes or no? Transfer of heat from one body to another body generally needs a medium. To transfer from this place to another place, some object, something should be there. That is what called as medium. But this radiation process does not require any medium. And if we stand near the bonfire, we receive heat. What is that bonfire? We discussed it before. If you place any fire and if you stand near that fire, you will receive the heat. Where there is no medium. What is there in between you and fire? What is there? Air. But air is a bad conductor. It is not a good conductor. It is a bad conductor. Even then you are receiving the heat. Because of what process? Because of radiation, which does not require any medium. Am I clear, children? Understood? Right. Now let us see the activity 5. Take 2 soft drink cans. 2 soft drink cans you should take. Soft drink cans, you all know soft drinks, no? That tins, metal tins will be there. Either soft drinks cans or from your house, any metal tins like this. Like this, children. Any of the metal tins. It should be made with metal. Take any of 2 metal tins. Either soft drink cans or any metal tins available in your house you should take. Okay, children? And what you should do? 2 you are taking, isn't it? Let us name them as C1 and C2. One of the metal tin, first metal tin C1, you paint with black. Complete black paint you paint. Okay? And second metal tin, you paint white. Like this, it should be completely white. Understood? Two metal tins you take. Any two metal tins made with metal, that is important. Easily available is soft drink tins. Understood? Okay. From the two tins, first tin you will paint with black, second tin you will paint white paint. Okay. And in the two tins you pour water. Half of the tin fill with water for both. Equal amount of water you take for both the tins. Half of the tin you pour water and place both the tins in hot sun outside. Opening, no lid should be there. Okay, take the lid outside, pour half of the tin with water, fill half of the tin with water, both the tins with water, and place both of them outside in the sun. Okay, when lot of sun rays are there, you place them outside and keep both for the same time. Okay, after 2 hours or 3 hours, take the tins and in the water you place your finger or use thermometer. Take thermometer and measure the water temperature. Measure the temperature of the water in both the tins C1 and C2. Now can you guess and tell me, will the water temperature remain same in both the tins or different? Tell me. And next what you should do, okay, you measured with the thermometer. Yes, can you guess? Will it remain same? No, it will not remain same. Now which tin water will have more temperature? Very good. C1. Why C1? Because C1 is painted black. Isn't it? C1 tin is painted black. So it's the water present in the tin. Thermometer, if you place and check, its reading will be more compared to the second tin C2. Why? Because this black color absorbed more heat than the white color. Black will absorb more heat. So the water got more heat than the second tin. Okay. So the thermometer reading will be more compared to that water in C2. Am I clear? Now both the tins place in a cool place. Not in the sun rays. Take them and place somewhere where the sun rays will not reach. Keep in a cool place. Okay, and after some time, after half an hour or 1 hour, again place the thermometer and check the readings for water in both the tins. Okay, children. Now guess, will the reading remain same? No. When in which tin the thermometer reading will be more? In C2. Why? Because C1 is painted black. Black absorbs heat quickly and releases heat quickly. So how fast it absorbed heat, so fast it released the heat outside. Whereas white absorbs heat very less and releases the heat also very less. So releasing of heat is less in C2 compared to C1. So C2 temperature is more than C1. You understood? From this what you understood, children? Now see the activity. We have taken two tins, right? What tins we should take, I told? Should take metal tins. We should take two metal tins of same size. We should take two metal tins of same size. They both should be of same size. Okay, same type of two metal tins. And what we are doing? One tin you paint with, completely you paint black. One tin you are doing black paint. Another tin you white paint. White paint, black paint and white paint. So this black paint tin is C1, white paint tin is C2. Okay, next what you are doing? Filling both the tins with water. Half of the tins. Half of the tins filled with water. Same equal amount of water in both. And what you have done? You placed in the sunlight. Both you placed in the sunlight outside for 2 hours or 3 hours you placed. Okay. After that you use the thermometer. You keep thermometer in both the tins. Both tins, what you will do? You place the thermometer and check the reading. What you will observe? This thermometer reading will be more compared to this. Here temperature of C1 is greater than C2. Why? Why? Because black color absorbs more heat. Absorbs heat quickly. This black color absorbs heat quickly, whereas white, which is light color, absorbs heat very slowly. It is very fast. More heat will be absorbed by black color. So this temperature is more than this. Am I clear? Next, what we will do? We will keep both these things. You will take from the sunlight and keep in a cool place for some time, for half an hour or 1 hour, and again using thermometer measure the readings. Now what you will observe? Which temperature will be more? Yes, the temperature in C2 is greater than C1. Why? Because white releases the heat very less compared to black color. Understood? Releasing of heat from this white paint tin is less than black paint tin, because dark color absorbs heat quickly and releases heat quickly. It absorbs heat and releases heat quickly. Whereas here white color absorbs heat less, whereas releases heat less. So absorption and release of heat is less for white compared to the black. So when it is in sun, more energy is absorbed by this tin. So its temperature is more. When they are kept in a cool place, release of heat is more by this tin only. So its temperature came down. Whereas its release of heat is very less. It does not release heat more. So its temperature is more compared to here. Then C2 will be greater than C1. Am I clear, children? I hope you all understood. This is what our activity to prove that dark colors will absorb heat and radiate heat more, whereas light colors will be less. Am I clear, children? I hope you all understood this activity. Clear? See in your book, once I will read the activity. Take 2 soft drink cans C1 and C2. Paint the outer side of C1 with black color and the outer side of C2 with white color. Half fill both cans with cold water and leave them in the sun for some time. Check the temperature of both cans with the help of a thermometer. Now put both the cans in a cool, dark and shady place. Again, check the temperature of both cans. You will see the temperature of C1 will be more than C2 in the first case. First case means when placed in the sun. But the temperature of C1 will be less than C2 in second case. Second case means when they placed in a cool dark place. This shows black body absorbs heat fast and radiates heat fast. They'll absorb heat quickly and radiate heat quickly. Am I clear, children? I hope I'm clear, right? So this is about radiation. What is meant by radiation? The transfer of heat energy from hot body to cold body without reaching the heat to the surroundings. Okay, this is called radiation, which the radiation, the transfer will take place in the form of electromagnetic waves, which these waves will travel with more speed. Their speed is high, so this is the fastest mode of heat transfer. And how much amount of heat is transferred or received by the body depends on 2 factors. What are the 2 factors? The nature of the object and color of the object. Dark colors will absorb heat more and radiate heat more, whereas light colors will absorb heat less and radiate heat less. Am I clear? This is about radiation, and this is the activity to prove that dark colors and light colors, how they will absorb. Okay, still another topic in this radiation, there are applications of radiation which we will discuss in our next session. Okay children, I hope I am clear. So you read the topic thoroughly. Okay children, thank you.